Welcome back to Gotchu Gotchu. My name is Joseph. On my left,
Hi guys, I'm Angel.
Gotchu. Wait, what's your last name?
So my last name is Randall.
Randall.
A lot of people think it's Dancer because of my Instagram. Angel Dancer.
Yeah. Dancer as your last name.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
okay,
actually
gotcha,
think that's my
gotcha,
last name.
gotcha.
It's not.
Gotcha. Wait, is Angel your actual name?
So my full name is Angelnae, but Angel is a lot easier for people to say.
Oh, I like the name though.
Oh, thank
I like the
you.
name.
Thank you.
Wait, when did you change your name to Angel?
When I started dancing more, people just Angel Dancer was faster.
Gotcha. Before we get into it, introduction.
All right.
Anything that you want to tell people?
I'm 5'0". That's why we're a little bit leaned high
Yeah.
for the microphone. I'm a dancer. That's my major at the University of Michigan, along with communications with a focus of sports broadcasting. Big football girly. I'm 20 years old. I've never been asked to rate anybody by you on campus.
Oh.
That's a fun fact, but I'm an avid watcher. I'm a big fan, so I'm excited to be here.
Gotcha. So usually, where are you?
I'm usually on North Campus for dance, but then communications, usually everything will be like an Angel Hall.
Gotcha. Because I've never seen you around here.
Really?
This is my first time seeing you.
This is my first time at Ross, guys. I've never been inside of this building. That's why when you sent me the picture, I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself and be like, I don't know where this is, but this is my first time in Ross.
Wow, I'm honored to bring you here. even though I'm not a Ross student either.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, he's a big Ross guy. Gotta impress him.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
So where do you? So you say, but the thing is, dance building. There's nothing in the dance building, right? Or do you just stay all day, like all night?
Usually, so my freshman year, I took all dance classes. So I'd be there from 8 a.m. until like 6 p.m. And then we'd start rehearsals until like 11 p.m. just in the dance building.
Oh, so you basically lived in.
I basically lived in the dance building.
Oh.
Now I try to avoid it.
But there's no lounge, so you guys just like.
There is a lounge. No. There's a lounge. It's they'll have classrooms on the wall, and then if you go down the hall, there'll be a lounge room. We don't have vending machines or anything though.
How big is the lounge room? I've never been there.
Well, there's only like 12 people in my major, so there's not a lot of us anyways. The lounge rooms, it's kind of small, but we're usually either dancing or dancing.
Do you know everyone in your class? Are you close with them?
Yeah.
12?
Oh yeah, super close. Everybody's like family.
So are they your roommates or something? Are you living with them?
So I'm actually not living with dance majors. We didn't get close until we started the major. A lot of them do live together. I joined a sorority my second year here, so I lived with girls in the house, and now I'm living at random with somebody. She's cool though. She's cool. I'm not scared of her.
Wait, what's her name?
Her name's Aimee.
Aimee.
She's really cool.
Have I seen her?
I don't know. She is pretty to herself. She doesn't go out too much. I don't know if she's ever been in the Ross building.
Wait, do you have a picture of her?
Yeah,
I want to see. So her name is.
I'm gonna make him rate her. Oh my gosh.
Wait, what's her name again?
Aimee.
Aimee.
It's spelled like Amy, but it's Aimee.
Gotcha.
This is her. What do we rate Aimee?
It's usually everyone. No one has actually asked me, but.
Oh my gosh, am I the first person to ask you? Let's rate her. Let's do it.
Usually, I believe everyone could be an 8.
Yeah, 8. But that's such a generic answer.
But the thing is, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
To get to 8, you know.
That's true.
8.
8?
It's good.
That is good. That's good.
Yeah. I don't want to go into details though.
Well, you guys seen it here first. We got the rater to rate.
Because they usually start off at 5. You know, that's how I see people. And then if they're in shape, +1, 6. If they have the personality, 7.
Okay.
And if their style is good, there, 8.
So what gets a 10? I don't think anybody's ever. Actually, I saw a girl rate herself a 10.
10. Wait. Oh, do you know her name?
I think her name was Riley. I think she's on the cheer team. I think she rated herself a 10.
Riley.
Blonde. It was like during the street. Yeah.
Is she a dance major?
No, she's cheer. She's on the cheer team.
How do you know her then?
There's a lot of crossovers. She's really close to the dance team, and then the dance team are also dance majors. So there's a big crossover.
Anyway, 8, and then the 9-10 range is something that you have support with. For example, facial features, you know.
Okay.
Height, blah, blah, blah. And then that 1 point would be you're just born with it.
Yeah, okay.
The last one.
It's the it factor.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your height range? Like, what would do it for you?
To get to have me get to a 9 or something?
Yeah.
I think if you ask guys, it's usually 6, right?
What?
If you're 6 foot, you have the point.
See,
right?
For most women, I'm 5'0" though, so shout out to all my short kings. I love a good 5'7" to 6 foot. I don't really like taller than 6 foot.
Why? You don't like the height difference?
I just feel like I don't want to look like a toddler next to you. You know what I mean? That's already a foot. Reaching past that it's a stretch for me. I'll leave it to my tall girlies. You guys can handle the tall men. I like a short king.
Gotcha. Because when I ask guys, they always say, "Oh, what is 6'6", you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes, what do you think about girls who are short but want tall guys?
I think those girls are crazy. I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess because we're so used to being down low, like we want someone to be able to reach stuff for us, and you know, gotta stay close. Sorry, guys. We want somebody to be able to reach stuff, and you know, be the taller person in the relationship. But those girls who are like, oh, I want him 6'4". No, thank you. No, thank you.
So, moving on from the rating one.
Okay.
What kind of dance do you like to do?
Okay, so I grew up more on the commercial hip-hop style. I was a signed dancer working in LA, and then decided to switch over to college because I wanted my degree, stay in school, kids. And here at school, we do more cultural-based dancing, Afro-modern, ballet, modern, regular modern, Giordano, it's a style of jazz, character, a lot of different things. I'd say my base is probably hip-hop contemporary. I love the emotion behind contemporary, but I love the raw grittiness of hip-hop.
So you don't do the dance where you have the music and then you just do like the octopus thing around.
Freestyling?
Yeah,
we do. Oh yeah, for sure.
You do that?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, gotcha.
Have you ever tried dancing?
No, I suck at dancing.
Maybe we get a video of me trying to teach you to dance.
Okay, I'll try. Because when I saw your videos, I was like, wow, that's a really good dancing.
Oh, thank you.
Because you have the facial expressions, you know?
See, that's the key.
Yeah.
You got to perform. It's the character behind it. That's the fun part.
Yeah, usually when I see people dancing, I could see that their face is not committed. Like they're not committing like fully.
Yeah, you know that's what sets dancers apart. You got to commit to the role. It's fun. It's like acting. I can be whoever I want in that instant. I can be mad, I can be happy, I can be sad, I can be crying for all you know.
So I really loved your facial expression. Very committed.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, what's your routine these days?
Oh,
I always ask people.
The routine?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you my summer routine or should I give you my school routine? I feel like that's more.
Right now. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Right now.
I sleep in as much as I possibly can because the second school starts, I'm going to be up at 8 a.m. every single day.
Wait, why 8?
Because, usually the dance classes are earlier in the day. And then with a double major, to fit all of them into a day is like, you got to start early. So right now, I'd say I'm up at about 11 a.m. Okay. I also do martial arts, so I'll have training. I come down here for trainings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Shout out Julia Plucker.
when you say come down, what do you mean coming down?
So I live back home. I don't live in Ann Arbor. So I go back and forth. Home is St. Clair Shores for me in Michigan. Are you originally from Michigan?
No, I'm from Missouri/Korea.
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome. It's cold here.
So you come down to
Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor just to do the martial.
The training, yep.
arts.
I'll have training. I'm actually preparing for a fight. I leave the 17th.
Wow, you do everything.
Yeah, just really random stuff, like super niche.
Yeah. I'll touch on everything.
Okay.
I'll touch on everything.
Okay.
Okay, so you come here to the training sometimes?
Training, and then I will usually work out a little bit after, go back home, sleep some more if possible, go to work. More recently, I've been packing a lot to come back down to school, and then that's like, it's a day in the life pretty much. It differs a little bit. Like earlier today, we're shooting a welcome back video. It's like a commercial for the University of Michigan. So that's where I've been all day. Yeah, so it differs.
Gotcha. So why'd you come down to Ann Arbor
Today. We were finishing up the video for the welcome back commercial. So we were just getting the last bits of dancing scenes and acting scenes, and then I was like, let's head on over to the podcast.
So after that, you're just gonna go home?
After this, I'm going straight home.
How long is the drive? You said about
an hour.
It's a long drive.
Yeah, but in Michigan, it's different. Like in California, if you're driving anywhere, an hour is like the worst hour of your life because it's not movement. It's because there's standstill traffic. Out here, an hour is just like smooth sailing and music. Yeah.
Oh. So you live in around Detroit?
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes from Detroit.
Gotcha. But you say you grew up in LA though.
Yes, so I was born in California, and I wouldn't say grew up. We moved when I was about like 6 or 7, and then we came here. But I would always go back in the summer because I was signed to the agency, and all of nationals and everything like that was happening in LA.
What kind of agency is it? Is it dance?
So I'm signed with Block Talent Agency. Love you guys. Shout out. It's mainly dance, but I've also gotten acting jobs via that and like modeling.
What kind of acting do you do?
All styles. I'd say I'm more of like a commercial style actress. I'm more theatrical. But I mean, if you give me a sob story, I can tell it. I can do it.
Wait, do you have a video of you acting somewhere?
Oh gosh.
Because I've never seen you act on your page.
I mean, the facial expressions for dance, you know what I'm saying?
It's there.
It goes hand in hand.
It's there.
So this was an Ulta commercial I did. This was more dance than acting.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Got you. So for that specific video, what's the process like? I'm sure there are a lot of people involved.
Oh yeah,
a lot of waiting too.
This was my freshman year, so this was right once like COVID was coming down.
Okay.
So the first second we got there, before we can even enter the building, they tested us. They had to make sure we were cleared, and then we went inside. They had breakfast for us, which was amazing. And then we go back, and first I got my makeup done, and then I got my hair done, and then we went through a series of trying on a bunch of different outfits. Like that outfit was probably like the last choice after like 10 outfits prior to. And I love trying on outfits. I love shopping, but the process gets a little tiring. And then we'll go to accessories. They'll find us rings. And then after that, I had to get my nails done. Because, you know, it's like, I'm holding the bottle and everything like that. They didn't want my nails looking ratchet or anything. But the process is amazing, honestly. And then from there, it's a lot of waiting because they have to set the cameras up. There's people backstage, like, fanning you, making sure you're not getting sweaty. The makeup ladies touching everything up. They're playing a bunch of different tracks to see what style of dance they like best for the shoot. And then from that, they took still pictures. So we'd be in one room doing the commercial, doing the dancing. Then the next room, it would be just solids of us standing, moving, stopping, posing for pictures. And then they did the prints. And that ended up getting put in all the Ultas, and it was my face. I was the face of Ulta for a good time. That was a lot of fun.
So how'd you get that spot? Was it through your agency or was it?
That one was through Block Talent Agency. They kind of just knew a look they wanted, and they got my headshot from my agency. They really liked my look. We did an interview. They liked my personality, and from then on out, I was booked. It was a nice, easy process for that job. It was a blessing.
What do they usually ask you during the interview process?
Oh, they'll just ask you like how you're really, really normal questions like this. They just want to see how you react to being around people, because you don't want to work with someone who's not fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to sit here doing your podcast if it's just like not a back and forth conversation. Like, if I'm just sitting here quiet, it's no fun.
Because when you texted me something about rescheduling, and then you also added something like, "Oh, sorry for being hard to work with."
Yeah, I was like, oh no, like being a difficult client.
Yeah. So that's what I've noticed. Okay, she's conscious of that
she's been through it. She knows.
Okay, so what about people working with you in that video? Or did you know any of them, or did you just met them?
So
on set?
I did know both girls. One was also within my agency. The other girl was not, but I grew up dancing with her in different settings. The one thing about the industry is it's so small. Everybody you meet, you've probably met prior to, or you're going to see again. Especially being a dancer, you grow up taking classes with these kids, conventions, competitions, and then the goal after dance, I mean, for most people is TV work, commercial work, touring, or teaching, so traveling. So it's a smaller community. It's a big community, but it's smaller and it's like closer ties. So it's nice working with people though, and you just get closer.
So what was I gonna say? I forgot. So since you're in the agency and you got that job through your agency, but are there people who aren't in the
agencies can get work? So there's this process called direct booking. It's usually, say I'm a choreographer and Zendaya books me for her music video. I know you very well because I've worked with you either in class or you're my best friend's daughter and I've seen you dance before. I'm going to pitch your name and be like, I have somebody who I already know will be great for this job. They're reliable. They're fun. I know they're a good dancer. I'm going to direct book them. So it's kind of just like a who you know basis. So you don't have to be with an agency. But having an agency is kind of that foot in the door to getting connections. It's like going to school. You don't necessarily need to go to school if you already have that foundation you can build yourself. But we go to school for the connections, the experience. You know what I'm saying? It's very much like college.
So basically through reference.
Yeah. So basically if I ever get put on a job as a choreographer and I really like your dancing that I'm going to teach you later, I'll book you.
Okay. So when you grew up with all these people, so do you guys like fight sometimes? Like that friend groups, okay, I'm not gonna hang out with you, blah blah blah, or are they really professional? Like,
I would say the industry is cliquey. I personally was never in a direct clique, so I wouldn't say there's fighting to like face-to-face fighting, anything like that, arguing. I'd say it's more behind the scenes, like I don't like that person, I'm gonna avoid that person. But the thing about LA is not everybody, I'm sorry, I love my LA friends. Most people are very theatrical people, and not to throw shots, but can be considered fake. And so they'll put on a front to get along with you. You have to be professional. If I don't like you, we're both on the same job. Like, what are you going to do? Make it harder for each other? We don't have to talk. But yeah, I mean, I've had my fair shares of like not particularly liking someone or wanting to work with someone, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So how do you know if someone's being fake in LA?
I just assume everyone is.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. Just assume everyone is. Just watch. Just be very cautious around people because everybody wants to be somebody out there. Very much so. So just stay true to yourself too. Like at the end of the day, if you're just honest and upfront and a sweet person, hopefully the energy you put out you'll receive back. But out there, like, it's brutal. Everybody wants your spot. Everybody wants to be better than you. I'd say the industry is definitely changing a little bit more because a lot of jobs are being booked off of direct books and need to know basis. Like, friends are booking friends nowadays, and so I'm not bringing somebody else on I know isn't going to work well with other people. So I'd say the fakeness level is a little bit modified than what it used to be when I was growing up, but still just got to be careful because, you know, you got to be careful with people in college too. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the world.
What about people here compared to people there?
Oh, gosh.
What are the differences?
Okay.
And similarities?
So the thing with college dance in comparison to industry dance, we aren't fighting each other because the battles that are being thrown our way are all being hit we're all being hit the same way. So we're more there for each other. Like, we're all struggling at 8 a.m. to get through our ballet classes. So we're working with each other, trying to like boost our mental health rather than tear each other down. In the industry and in the competition world as well, you're very much, it's a battle between other people. I want the first place. I want the gold. I want the trophy. When you're in college, there's no golden trophy. It's really just the fight that is happening is between yourself and growing yourself. So the people around you really just want to see you doing good. I'd say that's the difference. And I'd say it's a lot more family driven out here. I'd say everyone in the dance program, like, I've cried to these girls and guys. They're some of my best friends. And I never really feel like they're preying on my downfall. I feel like they're more making sure I'm okay. Like, Angel, you doing good today? And I'm like, girl, no. Girl, no. Girl, bye.
Got you.
Yeah.
Have you made friends outside of dancing here?
Very much so. So I'd say the Greek life scene definitely has brought a different type of friendships. I'd say I'd also established well-rounded relationships in terms of like the athletes. I mean, my goal outside of school is to be a sports broadcaster. So, I mean, establishing relationships with people outside of that as well, like behind the scenes of the athletic program. I love film majors. I love people. That's also like, I think why communications was a big absolutely yes for me in terms of what I wanted to do after school. Am I talking close enough?
Just making sure. Double check. Yeah.
So I'm a people person. I like being around people. I like meeting people every single day. So I have a lot of friends in a bunch of different places. You know what I'm saying? Because
I know that you also are into videography. Is it you have some video?
Yes. So I have a
right?
Candace Captures page. I randomly, for my senior year of high school, I got to pick one graduation gift, and I was like, I want a camera. And I was like, I don't know anything about videography. Like, I don't know how to edit. I don't even know what I'm trying to capture. I just want one. And I first started really using it Welcome Week last year. I recorded some of the girls getting ready on game days, and Welcome Week, of course, I recorded everybody, just the environment. Everybody was here before school, so everyone was happier, obviously. And I just edited it together. And I think with dance, I had like the concept videos in mind and the creativity behind it. I wouldn't say I'm like wanting to do that in life. It's just very much a hobby, and I enjoy doing it. I like capturing moments.
Wait, do you have a video? I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see.
For sure. Let's see.
So you have your own page or something?
Yeah, it's called Candace Captures. It's my Canon camera. So this is one of the pictures I took during one of the fights. And then I'll show you a game day video.
You have a lot.
Yeah, I'll show you a game day video.
Okay.
just everybody being super natural, super normal, and I just pulled the camera out. Wait, I have the funniest story to tell. You interviewed this guy. You used this picture, and I took this picture.
Oh,
so
you're the one?
I took the picture.
'Cause I was like, oh, that's a good picture of you.
I took that.
Wow.
Yeah, I took that picture, and when I saw it, I was like,
oh, that's me. That's my
featured.
work. That's my work.
Yeah.
That's my work.
Featured.
Wow. Gotcha.
It's so funny, too, because in having friends in a bunch of different places, when you're asking people to come on this and I know them, I'm like, oh, I know them. And it's just so funny.
Right.
It's so funny. I love hearing people's answers.
And you get to roast them if you're friends.
Oh, I absolutely do.
Yeah, I love that.
I roast all of them.
I love that. Okay, so what were we talking before?
Dance, people, life.
So we're talking about photography.
Photography, yes.
Photography, and then. I have a question.
Yeah.
So I know that sometimes you appear. I feel like you're running the Michigan account page. The account?
Yes. Okay, so the way it works is it's made up of 4 or 5 interns. We have some people who aren't here right now, so it's pretty much just me and this other girl named Sam. We don't technically have access to captioning or the actual account. We just go, and there's a person behind the scenes. He's older. He used to be a comedian, so he's like the main person who's actually able to have access to all of it. He'll come up with ideas. We'll throw ideas at him as well, and then we'll record them and then pitch ideas like, oh, this caption would be funny for that. But in terms of like actually owning it, I do not. So I don't make those captions, and I do not comment back to people. But we're kind of just like the talent, but there's like the behind the scenes people. Or it's just one person.
Why'd you decide to be involved in that?
So my really, really close friend, he's actually a videographer, a film major here, Austin.
I saw his video.
Yeah.
I think.
Probably. He's like I'd say he's a well-known person at Michigan. Yeah. When you think videos at Michigan, I feel like you think him. Don't let that get to your head if this part is kept in this video. But yeah, so he had reached out to me. I was telling him about what I want to do with my career in sports broadcasting. And he was like, this is a job that can set that up for you in a way you won't know. Like, you're on camera, think about it. You're talking, you're making videos. Actually, we're going to be doing more man on the street content when game days come around. So I'll be interviewing people on the way to games.
You're the one.
I'll be the one interviewing people. So we're going to play around with more stuff. It's obviously harder because no one's here over the summer. I mean, vaguely, there's like a few people here. So we don't get to do as many interacting things with the students. And that's why our content's kind of random right now. Like Barbie movie, like just super random stuff. And people are like, Angel, what? I'm like, it's fine. Just laugh and keep going. Like, we'll have better content once the year starts. And so I was like, I've never had an internship at Michigan yet. That's my first internship. And I'm working with people I like, and it's fun. So I was like, let's do it.
Gotcha. So you're also involved in that page, and you have your own accounts. Do you think you're struggling with keeping up with posting consistently? Actually,
no. You would think. I think anybody who does social media goes through this, because social media is so draining. And I'm sure, like, for you, like, setting all this up right now, like, you get excited, but, like, there is a point where it's like, oh, gotta go do this. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think in getting the job, I'm already being put on camera. Why not pull my own phone out and capture it? So I feel like it almost helped me regain my creativity and my juices to pour into my own social media. When you're working with creative people, it just makes you more creative. Ideas I didn't, like, I thought I was out of ideas, and then, Austin has some funny thing. I'm like, you know what? That would be really funny if I twisted it a little bit and made it my own for my page. You know what I mean? It's helpful and it's nice. Gotcha. Yeah.
So when I was kind of stalking you, because I have to do my research, right?
Okay, you have to.
And then I've noticed that you've been online for a long time, I think. And all your families too, right? Not everyone, but... So
My brother more recently, he popped off. My little brother's so cool. He's so much cooler than me, but he is into the martial arts, and he looks like Jaden Smith. He started posting a few videos, and they just started going viral. He was never on it as much. Our parents were kind of, they like to restrict the fact that jumping into social media too soon is damaging. My mom helped me with my social media. I think I started it like really. I had a normal page, like a normal middle school page where you just, you post with your middle school friends, like holding up the ones and everything, super corny. I set aside and made a dance page in 6th grade, Angel_dancer_1. Put the plug in. I know. So I made that because the first thing I realized in becoming more involved in the dance world is it's truly who you know and your connections. And if you don't have the foundation, which is social media, everything is ran by social media nowadays. Like you have the Charli D'Amelio who posted one video, blew up, and like now her whole life and career is facilitated by that. So for me, I was like, I knew social media was something I had to have. I worked from the ground up with my social media.
Starting 6th grade, you thought, wait, I need to be online. Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a portfolio and resume for me. Like the Ross kids have their actual resumes and their LinkedIn and everything. Like my LinkedIn is Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you go there, I'll show you my content, my martial arts, my makeup, my fashion. That's my LinkedIn. I actually do not own a LinkedIn.
Me too. I don't have LinkedIn.
All of the Ross kids make fun of me, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what I would use it for, but maybe I'll start that.
Yeah. So you started 6th grade.
Yes.
And then, what was the process?
So, it was a long process. I mean, here I am now going into the 11th grade, like, and I'm still trying to work my way up. So in 6th grade, I started. I wasn't able to travel all the time. We were a lower income family too, so traveling wasn't always the most realistic choice. So I would learn videos online that were popular in LA at the time. And this was before, like, there would be classes online. Because before everything was, like, in person. If you didn't have it in person, you couldn't do it. So I'd watch these really popular choreographers at the time, and I would watch the video over and over and over and over again. And I would learn the dances, and I would record them, and I would post them. And after a while, like, Instagram used to be very different. Like, it used to be the TikTok where you could post a video and it would blow up. And I started doing that. I started doing little challenge videos. And, anybody who knows me, like an OG follower, knows the white garage. Because I would dance in front of my white garage for every single video. And they would just start blowing up. And then I started getting connections through that, like other Detroit kids that were popping at the time. Hey, let's make a video together. Start blowing up through that. I think what really set me apart when I saw my social media like super grow, I actually got approached by Instagram, the actual like app, and they wanted to do a feature on me.
Oh, so I heard about that.
They posted me on the actual Instagram page, and that's when my followers just kind of, it was a constant growth from there.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I mean, I got super blessed. I will not say it was anything short of hard work, but I also had a lot of blessings, and I had family who supported me in what I was doing. And I was just very true to who I was when I was posting. I would never sacrifice my being in posting, and I guess people just kind of liked me. I hope people like me. They don't follow me to be a hater. So yeah, and then from then on out, I catered it towards dancing, but then as I got older, I started doing more of the fashion thing. Girls who related to me with having curly hair, I'd do curly hair videos. Just tried to make it like a real life page. I feel like if you go to my Instagram, you'll see dance, but you'll see martial arts, you'll see college, you'll see just real life. Just try to keep it real.
So starting 6th grade, that's what, do you know the year? 6th grade?
Oh my gosh.
How many years is it?
2013?
2013. Oh, you started 2013?
Maybe 2013, 2014?
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little tater-tot.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
On there fast.
I was pretty developed as a kid. I was like, I know. I didn't even know I wanted to go to college. Like, I was pretty set on moving to LA, doing the whole industry thing. But But then I was just like, I'm so injury prone. Like, if one injury takes me out, actually, I can't dance anymore. And who would I be? Like, that's my identity. I can't let one thing be the defining factor of who I am as a person. So I also was not tall enough to be in the WNBA. 5 foot is just not, it won't cut it, unfortunately. And I really loved sports. I loved sports before I started dancing. So that's what people don't know. I've always been a sports girly. I played baseball, basketball, softball, soccer. Like, I did everything before I started dancing, martial arts. Dance came later on, but I always had a really, really, really strong loving for MMA and football. And once I hit high school and COVID hit and we couldn't go to those classes anymore, couldn't do industry dancing, like nobody was really doing anything but staying in the house, maybe like freestyling in your room, but I just started to lose my love a little bit. I started a sports broadcasting program at my high school. So other teachers, students, faculty, and parents could watch the games still because they couldn't go to the actual games. And I'd be in the box up top with my friend. He goes to Michigan State now, so we're big rivals. I'd be up there just so passionate about the game, and I was like, this is something I gotta do later in life. So that is how I figured out what I wanted to do. I think I'll always stick with dance though. Like for me growing up, like, dance is expensive, and I wanted to provide an opportunity for kids who don't have it. So I want to continue with my major, hopefully open a studio, let the sports broadcasting be the backbone of it and make money, and then do like a non-profit dance organization, or even like for low income students, like whatever, just giving back to the community and allowing for opportunities, because people see people see Angel's got this amount of followers and she's doing this and she's going here and she must have so much money. Like, no, I put in the hard work first, and I went through the whole sleeping in your car and like the struggle, struggling artist. I was there. So I want to provide the opportunity for kids who don't have it.
Well, I don't know anything about the dance. Like, is it like, what do you do with the dance? Ooh. Like classes, like how much is it? Like I don't have any.
So we'll dive into the competition world, because I was also very infused in the competition world. That is basically, to lay it out for you, you're in 8 dances. You need a $300 sparkly costume. You need a $1,500 choreographer, because you want to have the best solo when competing at nationals.
Wait, $1,500 for.
So
how does that work?
There'd be these outstanding choreographers, and like if you truly do believe in your craft and believe in who you are and you want to charge that amount, no disrespect, no shade, absolutely, like, that's how choreographers felt their worth was, and that's great. But for students who can't afford that, $1,500 for a choreographer. So basically, they'd bring in someone famous, like a famous choreographer, Emmy Award winning, whoever, Travis Wall maybe. He comes in, he teaches me the dance I'm now going to later perform at nationals.
Okay. How many sessions do you get to work
with the person?
Yeah.
It differs. So you might only get 5 to learn the solo. You might only get 2. You might only get 3. It depends on the choreographer and it depends on the dancer. Obviously, you'll have someone else who will continue working with you. That's not that main. You might get 1, genuinely. Right. If you've ever seen Dance Moms, like, I mean, you learn 1 dance and you practice it with another person and you go out there. So there's that. There's the traveling. You have to pay for the convention itself. There's just so many hidden fees. And how I started dancing, actually, my aunt used to dance before me, and she would take this class, and it was a tap class. And I would sit at the back of the class because, I mean, my parents couldn't afford for me to go to the classes, but I really, really loved watching her. So I'd sit in the back, and I'd just be moving my feet. And the teacher looked at me, and she was like, "Angel." And I was like, "Oh, she's going to tell me to get out." She was like, "You're sitting at the back of the class. You're moving your feet around. Like, just go get some tap shoes out of the lost and found and come take the class." And it took one person being like, "I will allow you to be here and be present because I see you loving it," for me to be like, oh yeah, like this is what I want to do. Like, and I loved it. Tap was my first style. I am a horrible tapper now. Please don't ever ask me to tap during an audition. I will not make it past the second round. But that was the first style I came up in, and then after that it was the whole social media thing, whatever. And a lot of how dance works is if you start winning, you get scholarships to come back. So it's like your next city is free. And I couldn't go to the next city if I wasn't getting it for free. So you best believe your girl was fighting for front and getting those scholarships. And even when I wasn't the best person in the class, I had amazing people like Douglas Codwell, bless his soul. He passed away. He was someone who believed in me. I got a scholarship for him to come back when I was not a good dancer. Like, I kid you not. I'll send you videos later. Like, you see the before Angel dancer, she was not great. But it took one person believing me and seeing the passion and giving me a scholarship for whatever, and coming back and actually being able to get that training to get better. And you obviously have to take that home and want to get better. You can't just expect to keep going to these once a month things to get better. I would go home and I would be in my room for hours at a time in a split, doing a wave, popping, locking, like learning the basics behind it. I was a dedicated dancer. Yeah. So it just took one person believing in me and having the drive to want to do better. So
I know that you do the hip hop dance, and then you also have the
other styles, contemporary, ballet, modern, tap, jazz, ballroom, whole shebang.
Like, how do you divide up the time to practice those?
So at the time, I actually got told by a very, very popular choreographer who I looked up to, and I was like, what do I need to oh my god, name dropping this person is actually crazy.
Actually?
Yeah, no. I mean, I can name drop it. I'm so sorry. This is no disrespect. I looked up to this man so much. What he was doing in the industry at the time was amazing to me. I wanted to be a part of that team. I wanted to be like those kids. And I asked him what I could work on, and he said, honestly, you're just a B+ dancer all around. B+ isn't terrible, but in my head, I'm like, I'm working so hard. Like, what does he mean? And he told me I needed to focus on one thing and become amazing at it. And that's not me. I was very much the dancer who wanted to be good at a bunch of things. And I wish someone would have told me that was okay, because for a while I stopped working on other crafts because I wanted to become good at one thing. But something I've learned about myself is I'm not good at, like, I don't like being good at one thing. I want to be good at a bunch of things. I want to do the things that make me happy in that moment. Hip hop makes me happy some days, but contemporary makes me happy other days. You know what I mean? So I shouldn't have limited myself because somebody told me that's what they felt I needed. But I mean, it wasn't terrible advice for other people who are like, you know, you got Pop and Pete, the original, like he's a popper. You have people like Tie-Dye's Crumper. Like, they actually have their lanes, and that's so respectable, and that's amazing for them, but that's not me. And you are not like your surrounding people. Like, you are your own person. And I'd say I'm a very, like, all-around person. You know what I mean? It's like in my everyday life. Like, I talk to every type of people. I like difference. I like change. I like learning new things. So yeah, that was the person. And for anybody who knows that name drop is crazy.
Why?
Oh, he's just not a great person anymore. He got taken out of the industry, and I'm sure a lot of people have their opinions on that name. No shade, not like at all. Like, just a statement.
Gotcha. So you said you wanted to open up a studio, right?
Yeah.
So if you open up a studio, are you gonna be a choreographer or are you gonna be a teacher? Like,
right. Yeah. So I have a love-hate relationship with choreographing. I actually am in the process right now of having to choreograph 6 dances for this intensive I'm doing right before school starts. I think I would want to bring in people to do more of the choreographing, and I'll be more of an overseer. And maybe a cleaner, like I'll help clean the dances and stuff like that. But choreographing, not as much. I really just want to be the person who, like,
provides
provider,
the basic,
the provider. I'll be the
plays,
exactly.
lesson,
Yes.
Yeah.
But the actual choreographing, it's something that's hit or miss. Like I told you, something you love one day, something you don't want to do the next day. And that's not fair to not be consistent, because people need consistency, and I would not be a consistent choreographer. So that's okay. You know your strengths.
Okay. So going off topic, what kind of personality
do I have?
Yeah, I usually ask MBTI, but do you know your
Wait,
MBTI?
what's that?
Like Myers-Briggs.
I have no idea what that is.
No idea. But I could say definitely E though, right?
Huh?
Extrovert.
Oh, yes.
Extrovert.
Yes. I'm extremely extroverted, but when I'm around people I really, really am close to, I'm introverted. Reverse psychology. So you know how introverts are super extroverted when they're around people they feel comfortable with? When I'm around people I feel comfortable with, I don't feel the need to like give them my all. In terms of that, I'm just there. I just chill. Isn't that weird? Yeah. My best friend told me this the other day. We were actually talking about it because I had a crush on this guy, and he told me I was too extroverted for him.
So he was an introvert.
He's introverted. He likes to think he's introverted. Actually, he's not. But that's fine. No shade. He was just like, you're too extroverted. So basically my rating dropped because I'm extroverted, which is crazy. I feel like people like extroverts.
When did this happen? A long time ago when you were young, or was it recent?
Ooh. April?
Oh, it Oh.
It was super recent, but I'm completely over it, and that's okay, because you know what? It's not that he's going to find someone better than me. He's going to find someone better for him than me. That's okay.
So do you know if you got a different girl who's not extroverted?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's an introvert.
She's an introvert. I don't know her. So he claims she's introverted and he's more like her. So
you guys still talk? Wait, you guys still talk?
Ooh, so
how'd you know about that information?
I asked him. I was like, is it me then? Because we were still like, he gave me the impression he still wanted to be like talking, working towards whatever. And then he was like, honestly, I really don't think it's going to work. And it does have to do with the fact that like you're just like a lot, like you're very extroverted, and that's okay for some people. But for me, I think I like an introvert. And then he proceeded to say there was another girl back home. So I was like, lit. But it's okay. Yeah. I got over that. I do have another crush now, so it's okay.
Wait, how'd you get to meet the guy in the first place?
Oh God, this is a dead giveaway. It's fine. You know what? We're just airing out the dirty laundry right now. He does martial arts. And
okay. You guys met through that. Okay.
Through that, he trains my brother. We're the same age. He just trains my brother, and he asked for my number and through DM, and we started FaceTiming, and then we met at a tournament, and he took me on like a little date. I mean, it was like a little more just like getting food, like a hangout, and we got along really well. I think it was just we got along, but I don't know if it was as friends. Our personalities get along. I think just for him, in terms of a relationship, our personalities weren't what he was looking for. It was what I was looking for at the time, I thought. But now looking back at it, I'm happy it didn't work out.
Oh, okay. So he approached you thinking that, yeah,
he thought like I was the girl for him, and then decided the girl back home was better. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's so fine. My crush betters now. My crush is a lot better now. We're good. He's a dancer. Oh,
also a dancer.
Yeah.
What about?
Ooh, okay, wait. This is so interesting because I always swore to myself I would not like a dancer because dancers are egotistical people. Yeah. In reality, like I wouldn't say I'm egotistical actually at all, but I'm not in the like industry like California living right now on tour doing whatever. Those kids are. I'm not even going to tell you if this person's from LA or not, but they're in that circle. And they have really big personalities, and they're super egotistical, whatever. I wouldn't say this person is like absurdly egotistical. I actually like introverts. I really like introverted people. They center me. They bring me down. So he's introverted. He's a social introvert. He's good at being social to the public viewing, whatever, but he's a very chill person.
Oh, got you.
I just FaceTimed him last night.
As a dancer,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to meet someone. So you want to meet someone that's outside of your industry.
I did.
At
That's
first.
so
At
I
first.
was like, no dancer. I don't want to be in I don't want to feel like I'm in competition with this person. Like I'm not as good as this person. But I mean, it's nice to meet someone who you have similar interests to.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever watched a dancer dance, but the movement quality of being a good dancer is so attractive. It's so attractive. Like when someone can dance or like even just vibe,
Wow. Who do you think is the best dancer?
Oh, that is such a crazy question because there's so many different types of dancers.
Hip hop, the one that you're doing right now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the best of it.
So right now, at this moment, I'm sure there are multiple. Just at this moment, I'm feeling this.
I'm going to say this person because I'm super proud of them and their craft and everything they've worked towards. And I haven't seen anything they've put out that I'm like, nah, like I enjoy watching this person do all types of styles. And I've also seen where they've came from. His name is Dario. He's currently dancing on, what's that football show?
Don't ask me football. Don't ask me football.
No, it's a TV show, All American.
Yeah.
He's dancing on that. He's teaching choreographing everywhere. He just got off tour with Janet Jackson. Like that is one of my more favorite dancers to watch in the industry right now. But I will say, like, there's other types of dancers that are also very enjoyable to watch.
For example.
Oh, I don't want to
name drop everyone.
I know.
And if you miss someone that you're
I know. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna
hit.
hear about this later. There's this dancer named Hercules. I think he is very, very well rounded and super talented, and I love watching him dance. I love watching him dance a lot. There's another dancer that I've been watching a lot. I mean, it just depends on the style. I'm super into krump. I like just like the raw and like grit that like what I fell in love with dance. If you want to take it like contemporary style dancers like Lex Ishimoto, like insane, absolutely insane dancer. Love watching him. There's just so many different types of dancers. There are so many different types of dancers that I love watching.
Wow.
Got
you.
There's a lot of name drops I can name drop. Yeah. For the girls as well, Natalie Bebko. She's just insane. I don't even know how to explain the talent. Periscope, but like there's just so many names I could drop right now. Dancers, there's been a lot of like talent uprising within dance. Yeah. I think female dancer who isn't hip hop, Selena Hamilton, will forever and always be my favorite. She's more like the competition style. I mean, she can do anything. Snaps to her. But when I think more of like the competition style, performance, contemporary jazz, musical theater style dancer, I'm thinking Selena Hamilton for sure. She's like insane.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I had something. I keep forgetting. It's like it's hard to think of something and then like listen to you and then okay.
And you're like, dang, forgot. Yeah. She talks a lot.
So, one more question.
Okay.
No, actually, wait, let's check the time. We have to make sure that we have enough battery. Okay, we have time. So, as a dancer, dating advice.
Oh, God.
As a dancer, how can they...
Dating other dancers, like dancers dating other dancers?
How can they present themselves?
Don't...
Like, I don't want to say market.
How can you... Okay. So for dancers dating other dancers, advice on that.
Yeah.
I would say don't step into the relationship unless you are confident in yourself, or you're going to fall very deep into the hole of them booking a lot of things and maybe you're not at the time. And now you're at this point where it's like, I'm dating someone who I think is better than me, and you're going to like self-loathe. Be very confident in yourself before stepping into a relationship with a dancer, because they're so egotistical. They are so egotistical. And that's like, okay, if you are really confident and like you strongly believe in your craft and you as a person and your foundation, that's awesome. But just be confident in yourself before stepping into it. Also, like, just don't.
What kind of what,
Just don't date them. Just don't do it.
what kind of a person would really go well with dancers?
Football players.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
Wait, how do you know?
Female dancers and football players, or honestly any baseball players, basketball players. Yeah.
Wait, why do you think that?
Because there's just a certain type of competitive nature that I think would mesh so well with athletes. I think more football players. And I also say that because I think dancers are very intellectual people. And sometimes you need, I'm not saying football players aren't or anything like that, but I think sometimes there's something about the dancer as a woman who's intellectual and understands herself that is very, I just think it meshes well with a football player. I don't know. There's no exact, but the football player dancer duo, and I'm not saying that because I want to date a football player. Like, honestly, I'm not one at Michigan at least. Love you guys. Not one at Michigan.
Wait, why? Why not in Michigan? Is there
I'm just friends.
reason?
I'm friends with a good amount of football players.
Oh, okay. You know too many people.
I knew too many people.
Okay.
That circle, just can't do it. They're awesome though. Yeah. Like, I don't have a bad thing to say about a good amount of them. They're also too tall.
Oh yeah.
They're so tall.
Yeah.
I mean, a good little running back. Love a running back, but you know, there's no running back here that I have my eye on. Amazing running backs though.
So if they were to approach football players, how should they do it? Or should they just wait for them to approach them?
I don't really necessarily know if you should go out of your way to date a football player. Actually, my really good friend, she dances out. She's from here. She moved to LA. She's dating Austin Eckler, who is the running back for the Chargers. Like top 10 player in the NFL. In my mind, like to each their own, but top 10 player in the NFL. She's dating him, and they are the cutest couple ever. They're so cute. I love them.
So how did they meet? Do you know? What's the usual
I think he just slid.
set?
I think he slid in the DMs.
Oh.
I think he hit her with a little slide, and she went down the slide, and it worked.
Oh,
it worked.
okay.
It worked. It just meshed. I say once I don't know if you can necessarily outreach and try to like target that person, but once it's like already in play, I think it's a great mesh. I love a football player and a dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people these days say Instagram is the new dating app. What do you think about that?
It so is. Like, girls put these pictures of themselves out there, and like, you want some attention, and that's okay, boo. I support it. I wouldn't say for me. I love organically meeting people. So I wouldn't say I'm going out of my way to like respond to people sliding in my DMs. I actually don't. I don't respond to slides. I'm so sorry.
You're actually zero.
I really don't. Like, I'll say thank you because the appreciation and like it really like bucket filling. Like, I love when people make me feel good about myself. But there's something, I'm like, if you're sliding on me, you're sliding on someone else. Yeah. I'm like, if you're that bold to slide into my DM, how many more did you slide in before me?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So the organic thing, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's timing. You know what I mean? I didn't have to make it happen. It just happened. I also love long distance too.
Oh, you love long distance?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a long distance?
Yes.
Did it go well?
It had nothing to do with the long distance. It was just two different people, two different points in their lives, and it didn't work out. But I love long distance because I feel like if someone wants you enough that you're not convenient, and they still make it at a point that they want you, that is real. That is real love. I also love my space, and I love my own. You know what I mean?
Even though you're an extrovert.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm both. I am both. I'm telling you I'm both. People don't believe me because I am very like, but I'm both. I'm for sure both. I like my space. I like being by myself when I choose to be. I don't like feeling smothered. I don't like clinginess, and you can't do that when you're.
Wait, even though you're extroverted, you don't like clinginess?
Oh, I hate clinginess. Oh.
For example, can you give one
and PDA,
instance?
don't hold my hand in public, please.
Wait, why don't you like about PDA? Like, what do you not
It
like
just
about PDA?
bugs me. I had this me and my mom were at a martial arts event, and these couple, like, they're dating, they were holding hands, and I whispered to my mom, I was like, why do they feel the need to hold hands? Like, we get it, you're together. And she was like, girl, why are you such a hater? They're dating. I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. It just, for me, I don't know. We know we're together. I don't need to be holding your hand. Like, a quick little hug is cute. A little, like, I miss you. I don't know.
Then how many times should you see your partner? Specifically for you as an extrovert, but don't like clinginess.
Okay, so in my opinion, I would like a good 3 to 4 times a month. Maybe 3.
Wait, a month? 3-4 times a month?
Okay, well, it's long distance, like, and I'm in college, and say the other person is, like, probably busy with their life too. I mean, there's girls who date their boyfriends who are going to other colleges. You see each other once a semester. You know what I mean? It's not as extreme as people make it seem. I love long distance. I really do. And I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, it's not, I don't want them to see what I'm doing, like this, that, the other. No, like, just think about this. You get to go on a plane. Say they live in Cali, say they live in Miami, say they live in, I was going to say Florida, but that doesn't make sense. Atlanta. And you fly out to see them, and you get the excitement of them pulling up in their car and running to hug you, and you haven't seen them in so long, and it just, like, allows for them to miss you and you to miss them. I love everything about that. I love it.
What about, let's say you're not long distance? How many times should you see? Specifically for you.
For me? I'm so busy. Like, I don't think I'm ready to date anybody right now if they're not long distance. No, I'm actually so ready. Like, I've been single for so long, and I'm emotionally stable for once in my life that I think I am for sure ready for a relationship. I'm just not going to force it. It's not deep enough for me to force it, and it has to be, like, I have to really want it to be in a relationship, because I'm not a relationship girly. I'm very, like, independent woman. Like, let me thrive by myself. And people have to also be aligned with your lifestyle. Like, if you get jealous because people are commenting under my page, I have no control over that. And for you to start a fight between that is a problem. But I'm a long distance girly. I don't know if I was in person right now, I mean, I'd want to see you every day if I could. But if there was a week where it's like, I'm too busy today, I'm too busy tomorrow, I'll see you this weekend, fine. Chilling.
Got you.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a scenario.
Oh God.
You have your partner, right?
Okay.
And he doesn't like you being too famous,
Don't date me.
on social media.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't like you being on social media. You get all of these DMs, comments. I don't like that. Could you possibly not do social media?
You shouldn't be dating me, and you shouldn't be attracted to me, and you shouldn't have a baddie as a girlfriend. Because if you don't want that, then you shouldn't have liked me in the first place. And I'll never sacrifice my work, because that's exactly what that is. I'll never sacrifice my work for someone who wants to come into my life and change what I'm doing already. If you want to if you want to help me like make it better, like, if you, I don't know, like, why would you want that? Why would you want somebody to come in your life and tell you what you need to change to be good enough for them? I'm good. You need to find yourself another girl.
Wait, this is a personal question, but since you're online, do you get DMs a lot?
I do. Okay.
What kind of DMs do you usually get? You have to, like,
elaborate. No. I'd say I get a lot more female DMs than I do male DMs, because I feel like girls like supporting girls, especially powerful girls supporting other powerful girls. And I respond to every single one that I can. I don't really, I'm not on my phone as much as people think I am. Like, if I'm going on my phone, I'm checking to see if my crush texted me, because I'm such a little nerd. Or I'm watching anime, but big anime girl. I just started One Piece, and I got like a million more episodes to go.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that, but keep going.
Yeah, I have so many episodes to go. But yeah, other than that, I mean, there's a good amount of men in there.
Famous people.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
What's their strategy in sliding their DMs? With a dot? Period. Some people do that, you know.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Usually it's an emoji, maybe a fire emoji.
Okay. Stories, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a famous basketball player slide into my DMs, and he's like, I swear I saw you the other day. And I was like, we do not live in the same place. And he was like, oh, my fault. Must have been my dreams. And I was like, all right.
That was good though.
It was kind of corny.
It was good.
And I kind of like corny. So he got to respond back. This was like my senior in high school.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
What did you respond with?
I was let me think. I was like, oh yeah, I have that effect on people.
Oh.
Little cockiness. Had to hit him with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was good. It was good little banter, but he didn't work out.
Why didn't it work out?
Because I don't like athletes that are. He was older, and I was younger, and for lack of a better term, he was just looking for a little excitement.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't like we were trying to date. It was he just wanted to slide. He just wanted to entertain himself, which is fine. Do what you want.
Well, how'd you know that he wasn't looking for
anything serious? Yeah. Because he's a popular basketball player. Like he is just flirting around. He just was probably going to be in the city soon, wanted to be like, hey, yo, what are you doing tonight type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's usually what the athletes are on. You just got to take that as it is. I also grew up, like my older brother, my god brother is a professional boxer. So I've seen the kind of like world. I've been exposed to the industry and a lot of famous people. You having a blue check mark and being able to be good at what you're doing is not like it's something that I look for, but that's not, you got to do more. You got to apply more pressure. Like that's just not enough for me. The blue check marks, whatever, you can buy that now. I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
you can click on that and see the date, and if you bought it in April, is it April? Something that you know that
I'm like, all right, like whatever. Yeah, no, that doesn't. I'm not a materialistic person. I'm not like you can offer to buy me this, that, the other. Nah.
So how do you want a guy to approach you specifically? Let's go that way.
I love a little corny banter. He started great. Like the slide was fine. I just wish it would have been like more an in-person thing, because I am an in-person. I like the organic. Okay. The organicness. I think I'm a slow burner as well, so I don't ever base something off of looks. I've liked every type of man on the map. So it really has to be the personality and like the interactions. Like the person I like right now, I've known for a long time. It just never really set in until more recently that I was like, I'm attracted to you. Like your personality is just like sick. Like I didn't even realize, because we were always just dancing together. Not even always, because we barely saw each other. But I never took the time to actually pay attention to the personality. And once I did, and I saw how that person reacted and treated other people, I was like, yeah, you're doing it for me, sir.
Oh, okay. So
and he likes extroverts.
So if they're not around you, just slide in the DM first, and then meet in person, then go
slide in the DM, and honestly, like FaceTime will do it. If you FaceTime me, we're FaceTiming every night, like a good like week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, the person I was talking to, I FaceTimed for 4 months before actually meeting.
Oh.
But it's nice because you feel like you know everything about them already.
Yeah.
But then that's the cherry on top, is if you have like the in-person like energy towards each other, like that's either the check or like gotta go.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. One last thing. Let's check. Okay, that's working. Okay. Anime. You started watching One Piece. What have you watched so far?
Oh, I have a list.
Oh, you have a list?
I have a list. Let's pull it out.
Oh, you have an actual list?
I have a literal list. I watch so much anime. I think my favorite anime is Hunter x Hunter and Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is so good. So good.
I recently watched it, not gonna lie.
Recently? The One Piece for me, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be. Oh, I saved it on my computer, so I don't have a list.
Gotcha.
We'll find it later.
But best one, Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Can you guess my favorite?
No, I haven't seen that one. but I'm gonna see it. Right now I'm watching something else, but I'm gonna see it. At first, I think I was supposed to watch Hunter x Hunter, but I'm watching Hero Academy something.
Okay.
I thought that was the Hunter x Hunter.
You thought that was Hunter x Hunter. No, completely different.
I was watching, I was like, wait, I don't think it was the one that my friend recommended me.
No. So. Actually, fun fact, I'm going to tell everybody this one. Chris Jenkins on the football team is the biggest anime nerd you'll ever meet. He does little anime watch parties that I'm going to start going to, and I didn't go before because he watches Demon Slayer, and I don't like Demon Slayer.
You don't like Demon Slayer?
I think it's overrated.
You watched it though?
I watched it. I think it's overrated.
The whole thing, the whole season?
It's overrated. And he's obsessed with it. Attack on Titan is amazing.
But why do you think Demon Slayer is overrated?
Because I think people just I didn't watch it until last year, and people just overhyped it. So I was like, this has to be the best anime I've ever seen. And then I was like, it was a bit of a drag. Actually, no. The beginning had me, and then later on I was just kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, Chris Jenkins is an anime nerd. I'm airing that out. Also, he's single, ladies. Hit him up. I told him if he's cuffed before me this year, like, I don't know, I win. That's pretty much it. I said he'll probably be cuffed before me. That's so much tea. My fault.
Wait, what kind of how should girls approach him?
How should girls approach Chris Jenkins? Yeah. Confidently. You can't have a conversation with Chris Jenkins if you're gonna go at being shy. Don't do that. Be confident. Don't be cocky. Maybe offer to buy him a shot at Skeeps. I'm talking crazy. Just be a real person. I think he's like one of the most down to earth, easiest people to get along with. Yeah. So if anybody's looking to hit up Chris Jenkins, maybe slide in the DMs. I think he'd appreciate that.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hear about this later, and I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be so funny.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, thank you for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, spilling the tea.
Yes, I spilled a lot of tea.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching / listening. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye, guys.